What's up, Space Pirates? This is your Admiral, the decidedly debonair Dr. Disaster, and like the schizophrenic who swears to all things holy that the people they're seeing are real, one of the biggest problems in gaming these days is the developers who make games for the audience in their heads, not the ones who pay actual money.
Where the hell is everybody?
Considering how fierce the competition is in this industry, considering how rough the economy has been, and how gamers, like everyone else, have to make difficult purchasing decisions, limiting what they will spend their money on, you would think that these modern developers would be compelled to make more games like Stellar Blade, Space Marine 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, Black Myth Wukong, games with a broad appeal among males, who make up the vast majority of gamers. It makes me wonder what these other developers must be thinking when they look into the mirror.
Nobody likes you. Everybody hates you. You're gonna lose.
You'd like to think that they would acknowledge their own foolishness, but instead, a studio like Halo proves they have zero self-awareness as they continue to pander to the sort of audience who clearly aren't really interested in games so much as making sure they adhere to a political ideology. Last month, these morons at Halo felt compelled to go out of their way and celebrate Black History Month with a pandering post on X, which they were absolutely laughed at for. This month, it looks as though they haven't learned a damn thing. Halo is just plain old cooked. They are stubbornly sticking to their guns and posting more pandering progressive crap to their X account, this time in honor of Women's History Month. Apparently, you can log on to Halo this month and collect your special armor set to celebrate the whammon out there. It's crazy though, this insistence to turn a decidedly male IP into a girl IP has the same energy as Batgirl on the CW from a few years ago, and this campaign will likely be just as successful, which is to say, not at all.
The suit is literal perfection.
It will be. When it fits a woman.
That's a woman?
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and don't forget to follow me over on X, where my handle is Dr. Disaster 1. But anyhow, it is just incredible how determined Halo is to ensure they follow this path that everyone and their dog is telling them not to go down. The market itself should be the biggest indicator that this pandering nonsense doesn't work any longer. Halo is just about the last company to keep going down this road. You don't see many of these corporations posting this sort of pandering shit every month in honor of whatever shit-lib holiday it's supposed to be. Most of these corporations understand that this sort of thing is about as popular as mouth herpes. I mean, for cripe's sake, last month, when Halo put out that Black History Month post, they were completely destroyed. If you look at the bottom of the post there, they turned off replies on the post after getting a little over 100 of them. Those 100 or so comments absolutely roasted their asses, which is, of course, why the community manager turned off the replies. They can't stand dissenting opinions at places like Halo Studios. These are delicate people who can't stand to exist in a world where not everyone agrees with their stupid shit. But while they didn't learn that the time for pandering is over, that the culture has moved on from that disgusting way of doing things, they at least did learn that they should turn off replies right away when making posts like this. As you can see at the bottom there are no replies at all, so at least that's something, I guess. At least, if you're going to say something unpopular, which you insist that your customers love, make sure that nobody can tell you otherwise so that you don't look like a laughing stock. Of course, anyone with 2 functional brain cells to rub together can still recognize the moral cowardice in the way they did this, so it doesn't really prevent them from being the subject of mockery the way that they hope that it does. But listen to this insufferable shit. This is what they wrote on their post. This Women's History Month, we honor the women whose brilliance, drive, and creativity continue to inspire change within our industry, studio, and community. We rise by lifting each other. Log in this month to claim your Women's History Month armor coating, visor, and emblem. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I literally do not know a single person who will be logging on to Halo in order to claim this armor set. I know a ton of people who play video games in my personal life, and only a few of them still even play Halo because it isn't the same as it was before, and they certainly aren't going to give a shit about this armor. Or look at this post that they made right after the first one, once again trying to push the Women's History Month crap. You'll notice that once again they locked the replies on this one because they know that they would get crushed. In celebration of Women's History Month, we salute strong female characters like Cortana, who remind us you can do it. But considering the way that they changed Cortana's looks, I was kind of thinking that the character no longer identified as a woman. I thought Cortana might be trying to pull off the dude with the long hair look. I guess you learn something new every day. She's still a woman. But all kidding aside, this company is absolutely cooked whenever a massive cultural shift happens like the one that we are experiencing these days, with the majority of these big corporations choosing not to post anything on X last year during Pride Month, as an example. But when something like this happens, there are always a few stragglers, those people who refuse to follow society's lead, and they stick to their guns. Honestly, I might almost admire that attitude. I am a stubborn a-hole myself, after all, except what these people are stubbornly sticking to is just the transparent pandering that was meant to play nicely with the previous cultural shift. So really, this doesn't come off as brave so much as blind and stupid. After all, what is the point of a social climber, so to speak, if you aren't going to notice the changes that society is making? It just comes off as plain old sad. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop your mockery of Halo and their behind the times pandering dipshittery into the comment section below, and we will laugh at them there. Thanks for watching me, hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.